What's going on, guys? My audio may be a little weird here, but I had to make a quick video, I guess kind of as a cry for assistance, if anything. Um, I've been meaning to do a review on P3D since I've owned it for about 3-4 weeks now, and I'm really held back from that because I'm constantly plagued, or at least I'm held back from giving it a good review because I'm constantly plagued by a new problem every few days, it seems. The sim, when I first got it, worked pretty darn well. Performance was good, and it seems since that time, after about a week or so, and granted, I've added Orbrex terrain and some new aircraft, but even since that, there was some days of good performance with those things. But after that first week or so, it just seems new problems started cropping up on different days, crashes, freezes, hangs, and the latest one that's really frustrating to me is, if you can see on this video, there is just micro stutters, and I have tried all manner of VSync, frame rate limiting, changing my Nvidea control panel, just about everything I can. And when I'm flying over this Orbex terrain, I get this immersion ruining, fun ruining, irritating, freaking micro stutters, which you can see outside the windscreen right now. And it's almost like what I'm seeing outside the aircraft is stuttering, and what's inside the aircraft isn't. And this isn't just limited to the Dash 8. It does happen in other aircraft, although it seems less prevalent with some of the default aircraft. And again, only over Orbex terrain, it seems. I've gone by Nick's tuning guide. I've gone by friends' suggestions from my virtual airliner here. And my PC, in case you're wondering, should be more than adequate. It's an i7-4790. Before P3D, I had a 980 Ti in it, but I actually moved that card to my second rig, and I have a 970 in here, which is still a solid card. It's amazing how good the 970's done after having a 980 in it. More than enough for P3D. I think there's currently 16 gig of RAM in this PC. So, it should be plenty. It should be plenty. And my processor, which I'll show you guys right now, is sometimes being overtaxed. Right now we're at 95%, and minimizing dropped it to 62, and that does not make any sense to me. Especially when I first started running the program, we weren't seeing that kind of processor load. Maybe that's normal for P3D, I don't know, but I can certainly say that I think that's connected to these performance problems. The other issues I've been experiencing, and this is totally intermittent. It'll happen one day. I'll restart P3D, and it won't happen. It's almost random. Is sometimes I will get complete freezes that last, upwards of 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds. It's, in normal flight, and even worse in time compression, where it just makes it unflyable. If anybody's got suggestions, I'm going to throw this up on a couple forums. I would sure appreciate it. Once again, I feel like my rig should be able to run P3D pretty darn well. I had P3D once before and gave up on it simply because the PC I had at the time, even with a pretty good graphics card, was just hopeless. I mean, the problems I had were this times a million. And I want to love P3D. I do. But my other simulators that I fly, IL2, DCS, Rise of Flight, I don't have any type of battle like this to get even just the most basic performance, and it's just really frustrating me. So yeah, any suggestions you guys can do, just put them in the comments. You can PM me on the FSE forums at Jaws86, Juliet Alpha Whiskey Sierra 86, and sure appreciate you guys watching this and any suggestions. Forgive my irritation, like I said, I want to get this thing worked out and performing like it did in the earlier days, which was only a week or so ago. So thanks for your help, and hopefully we'll get somewhere.